Hello everyone, and welcome back to English Speaking Edge. We're so happy you're here with us today for another practical and fun English lesson.
Yes, and today we're going to show you how to explain your daily routine in a way that sounds interesting, natural, and engaging, even if your routine feels simple or ordinary.
This lesson is perfect for learners of all levels, because talking about your daily routine is one of the most common topics in English, but many learners feel their routine sounds boring.
Exactly. But with the right details, the right descriptions, and a relaxed storytelling style, you can make even the simplest day sound alive and meaningful.
Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to English Speaking Edge.
Your support helps us create more natural conversations to help you speak English confidently and beautifully.
Alright, let's begin.
Let's learn how to turn an ordinary routine into an interesting story.
So Alex, can you explain your daily routine, but this time make it sound interesting and full of life?
Sure, I'll try to describe it in long, natural sentences that make even simple actions feel meaningful.
Perfect. Let's start from the moment you wake up.
Every morning, I wake up around 6:30, and for a few quiet seconds, I just lie in bed and listen to the soft morning sounds outside my window, which helps me ease into the day gently.
That already sounds relaxing.
Yes, I try not to rush the first few moments of my morning because they set the tone for everything that comes after.
What do you do after you finally get out of bed?
I stretch my body slowly, feeling my muscles wake up, and then I walk to the bathroom to wash my face with cold water, which makes me feel refreshed and ready to move.
Cold water really wakes you up.
Yes, it's like a tiny shock that tells my brain, okay, it's time to start the day.
What about breakfast? Is it part of your routine?
Absolutely, I make myself a simple breakfast, usually eggs and toast, and while I eat, I like to sit by the window and watch the sunlight slowly fill the room.
I love that image. Peaceful mornings.
Yes, that calm moment feels like a little daily ritual.
What do you do after breakfast?
I sit at my desk with a warm cup of coffee and check my emails, mentally preparing myself for the tasks and challenges of the day ahead.
Do you start working immediately after that?
Not always. Sometimes I take a few minutes to plan my day by writing a small list of things I want to accomplish, which helps me stay focused.
Planning really makes a difference.
Yes, it turns chaos into clarity.
So after planning, do you jump into your work?
Yes, I usually start with the most important task because I feel most productive in the morning.
Does your work require a lot of concentration?
Yes, so I often put on soft background music to help me stay calm and focused.
That sounds nice.
It is, music makes even difficult tasks feel lighter.
How long do you work before taking a break?
Usually about 2 hours, and then I like to stand up, stretch a bit, and walk around the room to clear my mind.
Short breaks keep you energized.
Exactly, they prevent mental fatigue.
What do you usually do during these breaks?
Sometimes I make tea, sometimes I look outside the window, and sometimes I just breathe deeply to relax.
Sounds healthy.
Yes, small moments of calm add up.
What happens as lunchtime approaches?
Around noon, I start feeling hungry, so I take a longer break to prepare a simple lunch, often something like rice, vegetables, or chicken.
Do you cook every day?
Not always, but when I do, I enjoy the process. Chopping vegetables and hearing them sizzle in the pan feels almost therapeutic.
That's a lovely way to see cooking.
Yes, it turns a daily task into something enjoyable.
Do you watch anything during lunch?
Sometimes I watch a short video or listen to a podcast while I eat, just to let my brain rest from work mode.
Then what happens after lunch?
I usually take a short walk outside, even if it's only for 10 minutes, because fresh air helps me reset mentally.
Walks can be very refreshing.
Yes, especially when the weather is nice.
When you return from your walk, do you work again?
Yes, I return to my desk and continue with lighter tasks, like responding to messages or organizing files.
Why lighter tasks?
Because my energy is usually lower in the afternoon, so I save easier activities for that time.
That's smart time management.
Thank you, it works well for me.
Do you ever feel sleepy in the afternoon?
Oh yes, especially around 3 p.m., so I sometimes make another cup of coffee or do a quick stretch.
Afternoon coffee. A classic routine.
Absolutely.
What else do you do in the afternoon?
I check my progress for the day to see what I've completed and what still needs attention.
That keeps you organized.
Yes, and it gives me a sense of accomplishment.
When do you usually finish work?
I try to finish between 5 and 6 p.m. because I believe evenings should be relaxing.
What's the first thing you do after work?
I step away from my desk and take a deep breath, signaling to myself that work is officially over. That's a great mental reset. Yes, it helps separate work life from personal life.
What happens next?
I often do a short workout to release stress, maybe a quick run, some stretching, or a simple home exercise routine.
Exercise is a great habit.
Yes, it lifts my mood immediately.
Do you shower right after exercising?
Yes, and the warm water feels like all the stress is washing away.
Very poetic.
Thank you.
What do your evenings usually look like?
Evenings are my favorite time because everything slows down, and I can do things just for myself.
Such as?
Cooking dinner, watching a show, reading a book, or talking to a friend on the phone.
That sounds cozy.
Yes, evenings feel like a soft landing at the end of the day.
What do you like to cook for dinner?
Something quick but tasty, like pasta with vegetables or a warm bowl of soup.
And after dinner?
I like to relax on the sofa for a while and let my body rest.
What do you usually watch?
Light shows, nothing too intense, just something that makes me smile.
That's a nice way to unwind.
Yes.
When do you start getting ready for bed?
Usually around 10 p.m. I like to end the day calmly.
What's your nighttime routine like?
I brush my teeth, wash my face, drink a little water, and then sit quietly for a moment to reflect on the day.
Reflecting is a great habit.
Yes, it helps me feel grateful.
What time do you actually go to sleep?
Around 10:45 or 11 p.m.
So that's your whole routine, but explained in an interesting way.
Yes, even simple days can sound engaging when you describe the feelings and small details.
What advice would you give learners who feel their routine is boring?
Add emotions, small details, and short explanations of why you do things.
Can you give an example?
Instead of I eat breakfast, say I enjoy a quiet breakfast that helps me start my day calmly.
Oh, that sounds much nicer.
Yes, small changes make a big difference.
What else can learners add?
Sensory descriptions, what things look, sound, or feel like.
Example?
I open the window and feel the cool morning air on my face.
Very vivid.
Yes.
Should learners use long sentences?
Not always, but sometimes long sentences make the story richer and more natural.
And beginners can still speak simply.
Yes, simple English can still sound beautiful.
What about transitions?
Use words like after that, later on, in the afternoon, and finally.
That makes the story flow smoothly.
Exactly.
Should learners mention emotions?
Yes, emotions make your routine sound human and relatable.
Like, I feel calm, I feel tired, or I feel excited.
Exactly.
What about funny moments in the routine?
Including small funny details makes the story enjoyable.
Example?
I tried to make a new recipe but accidentally burned everything.
That's relatable.
Yes.
Should learners talk about habits they want to change?
Yes, it shows self-awareness and sounds natural.
Example?
I want to wake up earlier, but my bed always wins.
Very real.
Exactly.
Do you think describing routines helps improve speaking fluency?
Absolutely. Daily routines use common verbs and build confidence.
What's a good way to practice?
Record yourself talking about your day, then listen and adjust.
Should learners memorize sentences?
Not word for word, but they should remember useful patterns.
What's an example of a useful pattern?
I usually, but today I great for variation.
Very helpful.
Yes.
What about giving reasons?
Adding because makes your routine more interesting.
Example?
I walk in the afternoon because it clears my mind.
Simple and effective.
Yes.
Should learners talk about goals?
Yes, goals make routines sound dynamic.
Example?
I want to read more in the evenings.
That motivates people.
Exactly.
What's a good way to end a routine explanation?
With a final feeling, like I end my day feeling peaceful.
That gives a nice emotional conclusion.
Yes.
Can you give an example of a more exciting routine?
Sure, every morning I ride my bike through the park, and the fresh morning air makes me feel alive.
And a calm routine?
I start my day slowly with a warm cup of tea and quiet music.
What about a stressful routine?
My mornings are usually busy because I have to rush to work.
Realistic and relatable?
Yes.
Should learners talk about unexpected events?
Yes, surprises make stories interesting.
Example?
I planned to rest, but my friend called and invited me out.
That adds variety.
Exactly.
What about weekend routines?
Learners can describe weekend habits too. They're often more exciting.
Example?
On Saturdays, I visit my favorite cafe and read for an hour.
That sounds peaceful.
Yes.
What's another interesting detail someone can add?
Personal quirks, little unique habits.
Like what?
I always talk to my plants in the morning.
That's cute.
Yes.
Should learners mention challenges?
Yes, challenges make routines honest.
Example?
I try to exercise, but sometimes I'm too tired.
Very real.
Yes.
Can learners talk about how they want their routine to improve?
Definitely, it sounds motivating.
Example?
I want to spend less time on my phone at night.
Same.
Many people feel that way.
What's a nice ending sentence learners can use?
Overall, my routine may be simple, but it helps me feel balanced.
Very natural.
Yes.
Any advanced tips for learners?
Add variety by mixing long sentences with short ones for rhythm.
Can you show an example?
I start slow in the morning, later, things speed up.
Nice rhythm.
Yes.
Should learners include feelings throughout the routine?
Yes, feelings make routines interesting.
Example?
I feel calm when I prepare my breakfast.
Simple and expressive.
Exactly.
What about describing the environment?
Great idea, it adds color.
Example?
My workspace is small but cozy, with warm light and a plant on the desk.
Very visual.
Yes.
Do learners need big vocabulary?
No, simple words, spoken beautifully, are enough.
That's encouraging.
Yes.
Should learners practice every day?
Yes, just a few minutes makes a difference.
What should they practice?
Turning simple actions into soft, descriptive sentences.
Like, I drink coffee becoming.
I enjoy a quiet cup of coffee that helps me wake up slowly.
Much more interesting.
Exactly.
Any final advice?
Don't be afraid to sound expressive. Your routine is part of your story.
Thank you all for joining us.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Speaking Edge.
See you next time, and remember, your daily routine becomes interesting when you bring it to life with your words.
Goodbye, everyone.